Of this Shabbat Yitro, the Sabbath word democracy is born, and where we receive the 10 Commandments and we enter into Mishpatim, where the laws are enumerated again and again, because we can't live in a world without law. In Hebrew, the word for charut, the engraving of the tablets, is connected to the word cherut, for freedom. And a week ago, we were in a very different place. A week ago, we were praying for the people in the synagogue in Texas, praying for them to be delivered and to be safe. And of course, we know that that night they were released. They were safe, but the mentally ill man who was keeping them hostage was killed. His name was Malik. He was mentally ill. He believed terrible tropes about the Jewish people, that we control the world and that we have power that we don't have. And for that, he put lives at risk and ended up losing his own life. And we know that every life is precious. So a week later, we process what's happened. We've had a Shabbat, and unfortunately in our family, we've had a very sad Shabbat. Our son Jake lost his beloved dog, Otis, today. Otis really was such a sweet dog. And he died this morning, and it's hard to explain, to children about death, let alone adults, So we enter into this sacred space where we've had this Shabbat together. Hopefully it's been for some a Shabbat Shalom.
I'll read a prayer.
And we offer a prayer.
Oh, Holy Mother, if I were standing with you I wouldn't speak a word. I would sit in the dirt. I would cry in that inside, silent way before tears. Then I would leave the spigot onto tears open. I would sit and lift up the holiest prayer. I would not speak to a single news person. I would wear a big bukhar and kippah on my head, indicating humility in the presence of God and respect. 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 I would wrap myself in an oversized talit with the proper fringes. I would clutch the fringes to my heartline. O Holy Father, I would repeat the names of God like a mantra for lives lost and lives found. I would ask, is God among us? Until I believed there was God within, or among, or around, until we felt God everywhere. I would say it until I felt it. Then I would say to the person sitting next to me a word, maybe two. I would hum a tune until I felt the heart beating within me, opening up. Amen. Yo me quiero, madre. Yo me quiero, madre. Yo me quiero, madre. Vaishma Yitro. Then Vayar, he listened and he watched. He listened and he watched.
He listened, and the story transformed him.
A lot of things changed for him.
Yeah. One of the things I love is that he was called the priest of Midian, but then when he heard, he became the father-in-law of Moses. So he became defined not by his role, but by his relationships.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, that's the only way that we can
Sabbath Eliezer.
when Jim and I do Havdala for the kids at Mirowitz on Monday mornings when they go back to kindergarten, we're called Saba and Savta Shel Eliezer. We're the grandmother and grandfather of Harry, whose Hebrew name is Eliezer. And, you know, it's so lovely to be known. By our relationship. And I know lots of you who are watching will understand that. And, you know, the more funerals I do, each one I recognize that, you know, no matter how many accomplishments we've had in our lives and how many titles we've accumulated, you know, in the end, the stories that are most important are the stories of relationship, are the stories of connection. Maybe that's the answer. We just make more and more.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Oh no, wait. I want to sing a song first.
Okay, we'll sing a song first before we do the prayers. What song are you going to sing?
עמדתי בין קודש לחול, חטאותינו
Valerie, we have to find a way to connect. I know, even through COVID.
עמדתי בין קודש לחול,
Imagine how good it'll be when we're able to
חטאותינו
be together again
ימחו.
without worry.
לכבודכם דר לבבי,
So we call Eliyahu Hanavi,
ידי
Elijah the prophet, to come and tell us Yamei Mashiach, the days we long for, are close at
לכבודכם
hand.
דר לבבי.
You know what song I'd like to hear? Shomer Yisrael. Can you sing that one? This is such a lovely one. We used to use it as a kavanah for the Shema. It talks about the guardians of Israel. I think it's a good. Not shoter, the police, you know. But the shomer, the guardian of Israel.
ישראל האומרים שמע ישראל
Israel. Call upon the guardian of Israel. Pretend the ones who say Shema, listen here.
שמור שארית
God,
ישראל,
that remnant of Israel.
שמור
Those of us who are
שארית
left.
ישראל, והיבד ישראל, האומרים שמע ישראל.
About Shema, all about listening. Interesting, that's the prayer we say right before we died. I sang the words of the Shema to our friend Shirley Patisha, who is, in hospice and on her journey with her son Paul by her side and her daughters caring for each other and her grandchildren. And on that trip that we took to Israel, when we sang this, wasn't Shirley with us, Alyssa? Wasn't Shirley with us? I sang the Shema to Shirley just yesterday to let her know that she could use that as a bridge from this world to the next. The Shema teaching us to be transformed by the stories that we hear. I hope CRC members got their parsley seeds this week. We did send out seeds to everyone to plant, so they'll have their own parsley for Passover, a sign of spring. Reminding us that it's up to us to plant the seeds that we want to grow, seeds of kindness, seeds of peace.
ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם, בורא מיני וסמים.
something sweet and beautiful, something that awakens all your senses, and you can carry with you that sweetness into the week. Something that reawakens the soul as the extra soul leaves, and the soul that is left longs for that soul. Awaken it, give it life. The sense of smell.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei ha'esh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה. בין ישראל לימים ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול.
So I should put a little light on, huh?
No light.
No lights. Oh no. No lights. No lights.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu Hakilati, Bimhera v'yameinu yavo Elenu, Im Mashiach ben David, Im Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu Hakilati.
Have a little gratitude for a new week. Let it be a better week. Let it be a better week for those who are mourning, for those who are grieving. Let a new week lift, bring us a little healing. How do you bring comfort to a 5-year-old who lost his dog, let alone his daddy who loved that dog? How do you explain death to a child? How do you promise that over time the edges will soften and it won't hurt so much? But how do you also allow for the hurt and the tears and not try to fix them too soon?
כי זכר את דבר קודשו, הללויה, 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 הללויה.
Hoodoo. Kiru. Shiru.
Sifu.
Talk about it.
Hitalu.
Praise.
Dirshu. Zichu.
remember.
כי זכר יתבע קודשו.
Sweet memories.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. There's a river along the way. Pour and rap before God. Hear my prayer. My cry comes before you. Do not hide your face from me. This day is hard leading. My days like smoke. My bones burned at the hearth. Like a bird in the wilderness. Like an owl in a wasteland, I was restless. Like a bird on the roof. My heart dried out like grass. Forgot to eat my bread. The sound of my sighing, my bones cleave to my flesh. But you, God, forever, you will rise at the right time. Be merciful to the dust. Turn to the prayer of the lonely. Let this be written for the future. Nation created in praise. Take a look at the earth. Oh, do
Name your gratitude.
Kiru.
Say it out loud.
Shiru.
Sing it. Swing it.
Sihu.
Talk about it.
Hitalalu.
Praise.
Dirshu.
Find your place in the story.
Zichru.
And remember.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
To praise.
Hallelujah.
God. Shavua Tov, everyone. We'll leave you with a blessing and hope everyone has a good week and a week with a little more peace.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. When the upper world and the lower world find each other. It will be a secret, generous wisdom. And every individual will appear as another version of God. Ken Yehi Ratzon V'Haya. Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Shavua Tov, everyone. A big thank you to Autumn for saving us once again when we couldn't get our own technology to work. So thank you, Autumn. Thank you. thank you, thank you. And thanks for showing up. We couldn't make Havdala if you didn't join us. So thank you. We love you and we hope it is a Shavua Tov.